time the same. Hello, welcome to another Board, Deck and Dice First Play. Today we are playing the Italia side of Concordia, which seems to be, on the face of it, a rather simple game. For simple people.
Don't point it out when you say simple. Yeah, Concordia. It's a game that has been on my want to play list since 2014 when it won the critique. It's got a Spiel des Jahres thing on the box,
look
which
at
means
that.
it's a good game.
Yeah, and that's the rules there. The game overview. The rest is just telling you what the cards are. So on your go, you just play a card and do the action, and you're trying to acquire goods, to put buildings out, to score. All of the cards have one of the 6 gods on, and basically they will allow you to score a certain amount of points at the end of the game, and the more you have of each god, the more it increases your VP. So the purple one gives you 1 VP per card of purple, of Vesta, per coins, for example, per 10 coins, then per cities, provinces that you're present in, your production, your colonists, and any specialists you have. So it all seems fairly straightforward to teach. We're going to be moving our colonists around the board, building buildings, getting resources. Mark's going to take 2 hours to play each one card and then do it wrong.
Yeah.
And you might see some bruises around his eyes by the end of the game. Looking forward to this. Do you think you're going to win?
I'm looking forward to it. Probably don't think I'm going to win, but...
He hasn't said he was competent since the time he said he was competent and lost.
Yeah. Nonetheless,
Simon's obviously looking forward to it because he's been looking forward to it since 2014.
2014.
That's like
huge 4
4
years
years
ago.
ago.
No, it is 4 years ago. It's not like 4 years. It's exactly like 4
Exactly
years
4
ago.
years ago.
So yeah,
3.5.
we'll come back at the end, tell you what we think, and see if Mark's confidence paid off. So here we are at the end. Mark was again foolish to be confident. He
wasn't
got
confident.
83, and me and the brass
Got
the
30
brass
and
boy
4.
skipped past the 100-point mark. Simon just pipped me to the 7-pointer, which was crucial.
Yes.
So the person to trigger the end game gets a bonus 7 points, and it turned out to be crucial. On pure score, you beat me anyway, but if I'd have got the 7 point, I would have just skipped ahead of you. This is what the board looks like. I think we all really enjoyed it. We've all would play much differently next time, and there is actually some capacity for player interaction in terms of buying the cards that people want and are going to score them lots of points. Mark took this side of the board early on, whereas Sam and I kind of shared the rest of it and left Mark alone, and that seemed to work actually, because it meant that while Mark was just activating these provinces and earning stuff himself, Simon and I were kind of benefiting from each other more, and we basically got the better scores. So I don't think that's a coincidence. I think probably what is a coincidence is our end game scoring a little bit. Like, I didn't focus too much on what gods I was buying. I was focusing more on the types of card. But this one scored me a massive 50 points. That was the most scored by any one group, wasn't it? You got 48, didn't you? But this scored me 50. This was for each non-brick city, and I had 10. So I should have just hammered more of those once I realised. And at the end, I just brought cheap brick cities just to get in provinces, because I knew there was one for provinces, which actually I didn't have too much on. But again, if I hadn't have got that, it might not have been as crucial up there. Do you enjoy it?
Yeah, it was really good. Different to anything else I've played.
Yeah, not too much analysis or surprises from you tonight, Mark.
No, probably because they're all really simple,
Yeah.
like me. And
But it's all explained on the cards as well, isn't it?
yeah, that's
we had to
simple.
check one rule. Yeah.
And even buying ones are fairly similar to that. They're just a little bit better.
Yes,
Basically,
some of them are. And there's some that don't appear, isn't there? Like the farmer and the weaver and the ones that produce specific things.
Yeah. But I think if I was going to do it again, I'd spread out more. Because I only got 6 provinces. But
yeah, I think we'd probably all get colonists out a bit sooner, because that is useful, being able to put... I mean, you could put out, in theory, you could put out 12 buildings in one round, in theory. What are your thoughts, Simon the Man?
It was really good. I think you made the comment as we were playing that it's got a bit of a push a luck mechanic, where people are doing the provinces, and it's when somebody takes the money and resets that, and obviously taking the cards and letting these get cheaper and cheaper as we play through. So there's a lot of push your luck and a lot of sort of waiting to see what other people are doing before you make your move.
Yeah.
My win was mostly luck, I think, this game.
You know this is being recorded.
Yeah, it was, but I'll freely admit it was mostly luck. And I think if I were to play it again, I'd focus more, but then that might actually be to the detriment of my game. I might be focusing on the wrong stuff and building my deck wrong.
Yeah.
I look forward to playing this one again.
And we went for the smaller map, which is for Italy is for 2 to 4 players, and Imperium is for 3 to 5. I think the push your luck is really dependent on the other players, isn't it, and how cutthroat they are. There are a couple of times when we perhaps, I think the first time you play a game, you're kind of more trying to max out your score than stop anyone else, unless it's immediately apparent that that's the thing to do. Or someone else is doing that to you, you're kind of thinking, right, let's explore the mechanics. But I think, in future it could be quite nasty, and getting loads of buildings out first just increases the cost, or you can just pay for the resources, which is always the same amount. If you pay by coins, it doubles or triples or quadruples depending on how many buildings are going to end up on there. And that can be a really canny move to kind of get out and spread out all your buildings and just keep a couple back for late in the game when you decide you want to end it. And I think having, if I played again, that might be something I do, like get all my buildings out bar one and just hold that threat over people that are going to put one on.
But then in order to get your buildings out, you have, obviously have to get the resources, you have to get the money somehow, and if you're concentrating on one thing, you're not concentrating on the other thing. So
money does come better later in the game as well, doesn't it? There was I don't really feel money was a struggle. It was tight, but it wasn't a struggle. It would just take me a turn or two to get the resources I wanted. Definitely, you need to spread out your houses on different resources. I mean, early in the game, it might be wise to concentrate on food and tools just to get your workers
and
out.
Food
But then,
brick.
Brick is good for getting stuff as well, isn't it? So
one thing I would say is, you two both, I think, went a bit heavier on one god, maybe by accident. But the biggest I had was 3 of Jupiter, and the rest were all kind of 2s. And I think maybe going heavier on 1 worked better, or maybe it was just happened this time. But
by doing so, you're kind of limiting yourself to one type of card as well.
Yeah.
When you had looked at your deck, you had more options as to what to play.
Yeah, because these are Architect, Diplomat, Architect, Console, and Architect. So 3 of my Jupiters were Architects.
And you start out with an Architect.
Yes. Start with 2, do you, Architects?
You start with 1.
I'm pretty sure it's 2. I'll prove you wrong off video though.
No, it's 2 prefects.
It's 2 prefects, yeah, he's right.
Is it not? Is it not 2?
I agree with Mark.
You agree with him now. Should have ended the video. Positive. We'll try the other map another time. That was Concordia. Flight of the Concordia. Oh, the fun never ends.
Yeah.